Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Middletown, Virginia, coming to you tonight for another quick tutorial. What happens when you're short on time and you don't have any designer series paper or DSP, as we like to call it, that really matches your project? You're going to make your own. I'm going to show you how to make quick and easy designer series paper from just one sheet of 8.5 by 11 basic white, a stamp set of your choice, a couple of colors of ink, and you're going to make 4 really fun cards. So let's take a look at what we're going to make tonight. So this is a really old technique, but I find everything old is new again, and I'm just kind of revisiting kind of basics, getting back to basics for the month of January. So this is a really easy technique. You make 4 cards. And the way you do it is you go right down the middle of the designer series paper and you create like a center piece going lengthwise and widthwise with your stamps. And then you cut them apart and you've got 4 sort of borders that you can then use to make your cards. So this one we're going to use tonight. This is really fun. This is called hey, Jan Morgan, welcome. I mailed out the bingo packages today, so hopefully you'll have them in a couple of days. This is called Friendly Seagulls. This is one of the free items, excuse me, you can get during celebration with an order of $60 or more. And we're going to have a little fun with this tonight, doing this technique. And let's go ahead and get started. So I find this technique works better with a little bit smaller stamps. You can use some bigger ones if you choose. I prefer ones that are a little bit smaller in scale. It's a personal preference. There's absolutely no wrong way to do this, and that's what I love about this technique. It doesn't matter. So from the Friendly Seagulls stamp set, I picked the fish, the seashells, crumbs, sand, whatever you want to call it, and the French fries. So I've got my basic white here. It's a regular standard 8.5 by 11. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start. I've picked out Petunia Pop, Pecan Pie, Boho Blue, and Peach Pie. And I'll show you some alternates after. But let's go ahead. I'm going to start with our French fries. And I did our French fries in Peach Pie. Excuse me. I don't know why. But I have sinus infection or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add my French fries kind of down the middle. I'm just going to stamp them as much as I want. And we can go back and add more later. Don't worry, you can't have too much or too little. You can always add more. I guess technically you could have too much. But we're just going to go ahead and add this. Try to see, I didn't get a really good stamp there. So try to make sure you get like a nice clean stamp. Don't do what I'm doing. Make sure you get a nice clean stamp. Okay, that's enough for now. We can go back and add more if we choose. All right, I'm going to come in here with, I got Boho Blue next. Let's go with our seashells in Boho Blue. And again, there is absolutely no right or wrong way to add these. So the only thing I would say is like kind of vary the angle at which you're stamping your items, like, twist your stamp around a couple of times to get different sides of it. Like I put the seashells that way. I'm going to flip it and do the reverse here and just keep going. And there will be an opportunity after you kind of are done to add more if you so choose. All right, I picked up the fish next. So those are in Petunia Pop. I just picked colors that I thought would be fun and would kind of work well together. And again, I'm just going to kind of fill these in. And after I kind of get all 4 of my images on, I'm going to go back and I'm going to figure out where I might want to add more of a particular stamp. So this is so much fun. Hey, thanks for sharing, Jeanne. Is that I'm saying that right? Is it Jeanne? I hope that's correct. If I'm not, please correct me. Make sure Hi, Betty. I see that you're watching. I was telling Jeanne I emailed I didn't email. I snail mailed the bingo packages today. I went up to the post office. So hopefully they'll be there shortly. And then over the weekend, I just have to finish typing up the tutorial, and then we'll email that out with the tutorial, the rules for bingo, and the link to the Zoom will be coming Sunday-ish, maybe Monday, but that will be coming very shortly for our virtual stamping bingo on February 1st. Tomorrow, if you're around tomorrow, Patty Jean, Wendy, and I will be going live on this channel around 7:30-ish. I'll post the time tomorrow. And we're going to talk about our upcoming retreat in March, Creativity in Bloom, and tell you all about it and give you a couple of hints about what's going to come. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So I think I might want to go put a little bit more stuff in here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some more of this, maybe some more of the brown. Okay. Now you want to go kind of wide too. So don't be afraid to go wide, because remember, you're going to cut these into 4. Leave down here. All right. I'm going to go add some, maybe I'll add some more shells in our blue. Okay. Because remember, this is all going to be cut up. So everything's going to be kind of apart. And then maybe I'll do some more fish. I feel like I want to do some more fish. All right. And then we're going to see the magic happen. I had some ink on there. So maybe just one more seashell. Those are, what did I do with Petunia Pop? Oh, there it is. We have a friend that stamps with us out in California, Claudette. She always talks about her roommate who moves all her stuff. So we joke, we're like, yeah, your roommate is out in Virginia now, and I don't like her because she's moving all my stuff. We're sending her back to California, Claudette. So we all laugh about Claudette's roommate. So maybe if you can't find your stuff, maybe Claudette's roommate has come to visit you. Send her back to California and to Claudette. Say, we don't want you here. Go back. All right. Now we're going to get our paper trimmer. And we are going to cut this at 4 1/4, just right in half. And we'll trim it later, 4 1/4. Oh, no, I got that big smudge there. That's all right. We can always hide that. By 5 1/2. Now you see here, I didn't do a really good job of going down the center. I don't have a lot there. So we're going to go ahead and add some more stuff after we cut it. So let's go ahead and cut these down to size. All right, so this is still 5 1/2. I want to make sure I cut it right in half. All right, now I want to cut these down to 4. So I'm going to cut them down on the side that doesn't have a lot of stamping, 4 to 5 1/4. All right, and you'll notice I'm going to cut off the side where there's not a lot of our stamped images, because we don't want to get rid of our beautiful stamped images that we work so hard to put on there, right? We want to do this way. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having you come to our bingo. We're a little crazy. We like to laugh and have fun. But we also like to get projects done. And we spend a little bit of time at the beginning, just sort of maybe like the first 5 minutes, just sort of catching up with everybody, seeing where everybody is. Our friend Claudette is out in Los Angeles. Right now she's in the LA proper, but we do worry about her with all the fires out there. So we always check in and make sure our friend Claudette is doing okay. So far, she's fine. So we like to check in and make sure, see what everybody's been up to, who's had birthdays and weddings and all that good stuff. The weather, it's going to warm up here next week. Our Arctic chill is moving away. All right, so these are my 4 pieces, right? So I wanted to add a little bit more, because remember I said you could always go back and add. So I'm going to look at these four and go, this one's pretty good. I don't think I might add maybe just something right there. Maybe I'll add like a blue seashell right there. But I think this one is pretty good. This one looks pretty good. This one looks perfect. So we're going to leave that one alone. This one looks like it could use just a little bit more. So we're going to add a little bit more with our images. Pardon me, I apologize. I don't know what is wrong with me lately. I just have this nagging cough that won't go away. All right, we're going to just kind of add this. And again, this is the beauty, is that it doesn't matter. You can just add stuff. So we're just going to add some stuff until we feel like we like the way our borders look. All right, so I'm going to add some fish there, and maybe a little bit of fish there, maybe some more fish there. And I just stuck my big fat finger in the ink pad. So that's not good. And this is why we keep baby wipes handy on the desk. All right, let's see if we can hopefully not get any more ink all over our projects. Okay, and I'm going to add just a couple of more things of French fries. Okay, like that. And one there, and maybe, I don't know, maybe one right there. Okay, all right, so I feel like that's better now. I got a little bit more coverage. All right, so now that I've got that, I'm going to stamp some seagulls. Let's have some fun with our seagulls. So our first one, I'm going to do this one. This one I'm going to kind of step it up a bit. And I am going to stamp this guy on here. I'm going to kind of stamp, because then we can use this. Oh, to hide that little mistake. How perfect is that? I don't know what happened. Did I lose anybody? Yeah, those fires are very scary. So, all right, so we're going to do that. We're going to hide that little mistake there. And then we're just going to go ahead and stamp some seagulls on here. Where's my little French fries guy? It says you can either say, I love you more than French fries, or I love you more than chips. I guess for our British friends, we can have fish and chips, or we can have hamburgers and fries. This one we're going to do here. We're going to do this guy. And then we're going to do this guy again. We're going to do two. This is be a cute little Valentine's Day card. And then here we're going to do this guy. So this one looks like he's got a lot to say. All right, and then I'm just going to go stamp some sentiments, and we'll color these real quick. All right, this one is going to be, these two will be, I love you more than French fries, because we've got our little French fry bird there. And we're going to add some more birds above this guy, just to jazz it up a bit. But how cute is this stamp set? This one we're going to say, hey, friend. And this one, because we're going to kind of elevate this one just a little bit. And we're going to say, hey, friend. But we're going to, okay, so we are done with our stamping. Let's do a little bit of cutting and a little bit of coloring. I'm going to flag this just like that. Actually, I'm going to reverse this. You know why? Because I'm going to have it come out this way. So I want the flagged end on the right. So see, you can always change your mind, because I forgot we had to fix that one that had the little messed up spot. All right, there we go. I got a new booster down here. I think it seems to be doing a better job. I don't feel like the video is as choppy as it has been in the past. My old Wi-Fi booster kind of went kaput. So I finally got a new one, and I like it much better. All right, so we're going to come in here. We're going to color our beaks and our feet with our dark peach pie Use peach pie. You can use pumpkin pie. You can any really orangey one that you have. You can make it lighter or darker. And I'm just going to color these in real quick. But you can see this is kind of a fun, like I said, it's a fun technique. It's kind of old school. It's not new for sure. It's been around. My gosh, I've been crafting and stamping since the late 90s, and it's been around as long as that at least. So it's, got to be going on 30 plus years of being around. Oh, I forgot the little feetsies. Let's color in little feet. And I'm sorry that I am out of camera range. I love our Stampin' blends because they really do cover so well, and they really are quick to use also. All right, so I'm going to make sure this is dark. So I'm going to use dark on the outer part of the wings. Okay, and like I said, this is, now if you don't have Stampin' blends or markers, you can certainly leave these images uncolored. There is absolutely nothing wrong with leaving the images uncolored. I have the blends though, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you really how cute they look with the blends. I used to be afraid of coloring, but now I'm like, I like it. It's because there's almost like no rules. You can do whatever you want and make whatever colors you want. I was playing around with the Darling Dinos for my February workshop, and I colored my dinosaurs Azure Afternoon and Granny Apple Green. So it doesn't have to be historically correct. You can make them whatever you want. I was going to do Highland Heather and green, but it was really giving me Barney vibes. Like, no, no. So we switched gears. See, look, here's one that I did. Tell me if this doesn't give you Barney vibes. Does that not give you Barney vibes and want to break out into the Barney song? So we switched it up and we went with the Azure Afternoon with the Granny Apple Green. And it worked out really well, I think. The two colors work well together, and there'll be a fun little set of cards. So we're just, again, now I'm using, this is the light smoky slate. So I did the dark smoky slate on the outer part of the wings. I'm doing the light smoky slate on that, like that solid strip. And you can see it contrasts nicely with the darker one. It just kind of gives you that little bit of separation between the dark and the white body of the bird and the bigger part of the white part of the wing. So it's just enough to kind of define it and not have it be too much. And that's it. I mean, that's really it. So it's not really taking a lot. You're definitely part of, that's why I opted away from it. We weren't doing the Barney thing. These seagulls are so cute, so cute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and add these to our card front. I think I want to do that one with the one that I made a mistake on. So there's card number 1. This is card number 2. Now the blends do bleed through. I feel like I'm losing my AirPod here. The blends do bleed through, so you will see them from behind. And the blends, yes, they were a game changer for coloring. Some of mine I've used them so much they're dried out. I need to order some new. I actually need new Granny Apple Green, but they're on back order. So they'll be in, I think, at the end of January. So, because I will need some new ones for my workshop next month. But after we're done with these, I'm going to show you some other ones that I did with a different stamp set. All right, we're going to go ahead and add here. So there's always a way to hide our mistakes, right? Flip the paper over, put a gem, put a piece of ribbon, put another punch out. So we've got that big old smudge on there, and that is going to go away. And only you and me and anybody watching this video is going to know that there was a big old mistake under there. Nobody else will know. Thanks, Betty. I had fun with these. This is such a fun set. I think this one might make a really cute Valentine's card. So I might give that to my hubby for Valentine's Day. That's why I haven't put anything on the inside yet. I may just stamp Happy Valentine's Day in there. I think he would think that was funny, because I kind of do like my French fries. Golly gee, sorry. The dogs got me up really early this morning, so I'm just a little tired. All right, and there is our last one. So those are our 4 seagull cards, friendly seagulls. Again, just I think it went like that. You can see how they line up when we cut them. All right, that's how we did our paper. And after you cut it up, you've got 4 cards. So this is a really, really good way to kind of create your own fancy DSP and get them done and get 4 cards done really, really quickly. All right, now I also used the With You in Mind stamp set, and this was using subtles. I used Balmy Blue, Lemon Lolly, and Highland Heather, and we used these. Now this is another stamp set. People that come to Creativity in Bloom in March will actually get this stamp set in their goodie bag. We're going to be working with this set. So I used the flower, the star, and the heart to create these. So this is using our subtles. And then I did it using our brights. I used Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Azure Afternoon. So you can see, you can really just get a very different vibe. I ran out of Melon Mambo cardstock. It's coming. So I can only use Azure Afternoon and Daffodil Delight. But depending on what colors you use, even with the same stamp set, you can really get a different vibe. So these were just plain. It was just the white. So this is very simple. Just the white on the card base. This one I did have a second layer. I kind of pulled from the colors of the ink and just made a second layer there. But those are the cards for this little 8.5 by 11 one sheet wonder. 4 quick and easy cards. And like I said, these friendly seagulls, which are absolutely adorable, you can get them for free when you place an order of $60 or more during celebration. That's it for me. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. If you are not yet a subscriber, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Just click that button down below to subscribe, and then click the bell icon so you'll know when I upload new content. Usually once a week, every Thursday, I go live both on Facebook and YouTube. But if you're watching me on Facebook, you can also find the replays on YouTube, on Crafty Klock on YouTube. That's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll be back next week. Bye.